Hi guys, it's Julie. Welcome back to my wonderful BC life. I'm back today with my weekly weight loss journey update. Now, before I get into those details about that, I'm going to address what is painfully obvious, is that I have something going on my mouth, some discoloration and stuff. So I'm going to explain why that is. Now, first of all, I've had, and this has been there, I wouldn't even be surprised if it's at least 10 years, I've had a little purple spot on my bottom lip. And it was called a venous lake. I don't know if any of you are familiar with that or not, but that's what it was. And I started seeing a dental specialist, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago. And the reason we were seeing her was because, not so much that I was having problems with my teeth per se, but because our dental coverage, it only covers getting your teeth cleaned once every 9 months instead of every 6 months like the dentists like to do. So when I would go to our regular dentist, for some stupid reason, they would only give you 1 unit of cleaning time at the regular dentist. So the regular dentist was always saying, well, you know, we had to spend more time than that. Even though you're trying to keep your teeth cleaned, it's amazing how much they still find of plaque or whatever, you know, that they have to get rid of when you go. So anyway, Dave was the one who first started going to see the specialist, and we found that he was getting his teeth cleaned without having to pay extra. So I started going there, and when I started going there, she commented on the venous lake on my lip. And every time I would go there, she would comment on it. And then the one day she said, well, she says, maybe I can try to get rid of that for you. And not that that's her specialty per se, but I guess she does do laser treatments on other types of things. So I said, well, okay, you know, might as well get rid of it. And I went in on Monday and she treated it. She froze my lower lip, and then she just went over the lip with a laser, some sort of a laser thing, and, you know, just basically lasered it. So it turned it sort of whitish, which I guess is normal. And I had watched videos on it on YouTube, so I had a pretty good idea of what they do. And I ended up, as the week went on, it's like, geez, it's awfully swollen. Like, if you look at it, not this part of my lip isn't swollen, but the middle part still is quite swollen. And I was getting kind of panicky, to be honest, because it's like, you know, this thing, I could feel sometimes my lip was wet, you know, you could tell that some seepage was coming out, and, you know, it's just like, is this normal? Because I don't know what's normal. I wasn't given any advice as to things to put on it, to, you know, should you put something on it like antibiotic ointment, or should you put some aloe vera, or what should I put on my lips to protect them, to maybe help them to heal better? You know, should I take an anti-inflammatory? I wasn't given any information. I just sent out the door. So I didn't know. And as this week went on, I was panicking because I'm just thinking, shouldn't it be healing more than this? And anyway, I spoke to the specialist today, and she assures me that it sounds like everything is fine, that it's no big deal. She said maybe put a little bit of aloe vera on it, and she said to take an anti-inflammatory. So I'm like, well, okay, that's what I'll do. And she said if there was any more problems, to give them another call back. So anyway, everything is probably going to be okay. But in the meantime, it's bruised right underneath here, which that part seems kind of odd to me, because, you know, it wasn't down here that was treated. But then I got the bruise there, and then I got the spot up on the upper part of my lower lip where they treated that spot. So if I look funny today, that would be why. I figured I had to explain it, and I didn't want to have to wait until this heals, because I mean, I don't know how long it's going to take to heal. Wouldn't surprise me if it takes at least another couple of weeks. But anyway, I had to get my video out. So I decided that I would do it anyway and just explain what's going on. I'm not falling apart exactly. So anyway, my week has been pretty good. As far as my diet and everything goes, we haven't been too bad. I've been eating a lot of berries. It's blackberry season here on the island, and we will go out and for our walks, and you pass a blackberry bush, and it's like, oh, you got to stop and grab a few. You know, you're munching on them as you go. And then we picked a bunch of them the one day. And, well, one day Dave picked some when he was out on a walk by himself. And we had it with pancakes. Yeah, I know pancakes isn't the greatest thing, but anyway, we don't have those very often, but once in a while we will. And I do use my 0-calorie sugar, or the syrup, I should say. I use the 0-calorie syrup, so it's just the pancake itself that's bad. So we had the berries with that, and then we had some berries with ice cream, but it was just a small thing of ice cream, so neither one of us was having a whole lot of it. But really, overall this week, I haven't been too bad. I wouldn't say, you know, there's always going to be a cheat here and there with me, but there haven't been too many. But as the week progressed, I'm thinking, okay, I don't know, I just don't feel good about this week. And I didn't know why I felt that way. I really didn't. I think there was only one day where I didn't get quite 20,000 steps in, and I think it was 19,000 or 18,000, like high 18,000s or something. I wasn't short by that much, but I felt guilty about it. And I just had this feeling, it's like, oh God, I don't know. I have a feeling it's not going to be good when I step on the scale. I think maybe because last week was such a high number, I thought maybe I wouldn't likely get a good number again, because that number was so high. But I stepped on the scale this morning anyway, and I was so happy. I was not expecting this at all. I lost another 3 pounds this week. I was like, oh my gosh, I did not expect that at all. I was just so happy to see that. And when I first stepped on it and I thought, you know, okay, this is exciting, I've got 3 pounds off, it didn't occur to me at first, but that 3 pounds was another milestone. I am now down 40.6 pounds. Yes, yes, yes. I was so happy about that. And Dave phoned me up when he was on his lunch break, and I told him, and he was like so happy for me too. You know, he's just so supportive of me. He makes sure I get out for those walks in the evening with him. And, you know, we try really hard to hit those 20,000 steps. And, you know, sometimes you're going to go a certain way and you realize you're not quite going to get that many steps. And then he'll say, well, let's go around this way, you know, go a little longer way, out of our way, just to get those numbers up. So he's been very supportive, and I'm so happy about everything, the way things are going. As I say, I still have a long way to go. I'm not, you know, sugarcoating anything. I know I still have a long way to go, but I'm also very happy with where I've gotten so far. And I feel very inspired that I can get the rest of the way too. Like I say, staying away from sugar is one of the #1 keys for us. Try not to have too much of it. Try to steer clear of it. You know, you're going to have the odd thing, sure, but not having very much of it definitely helps, because I swear the minute sugar touches my body, it goes straight to my hips. So that's not a good thing. So anyway, we're still trying to stay away from the sugars, trying to keep desserts down to a dull roar at best. And like I say, it seems to be working. So who knows what next week will bring? I don't know, but I'm pretty excited about where things are so far. So anyway, I will have a little bit of bonus footage at the end. To be honest, Dave and I have been walking mostly on the Parkway Trail this past week. So there hasn't been a lot of nature involved for me to get a lot of good footage, but I still have a little bit. So I will have that at the end for sure. And you can watch that. So I hope everybody's doing well. I hope that you're all healthy and that you're all happy. And I hope you liked my video. If you did, be sure to hit the like button. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you'd hit the subscribe button and become a member of my YouTube family. Also, be sure to hit the notification bell and set it to all so you don't miss any of my uploads. So anyway, I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. And I would like to thank you for joining me today. And until next time, bye-bye.
Bonus here, AJ.
Yeah.
You guys see the seal through the East Coast.
Just